Hi everyone and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. And also today is the last day of the Indiegogo campaign, so if you could go in the description and donate, and if you can't, please share it. But make sure you say it's the last day. It would mean so much to me. It would mean moon. Haha. Anyway, so let's get to today's General Hospital recap. Kind of confusing day, but whatever. So Dylan's back officially, and Luke tells Dylan that he's back, and that Luke is mentally back and fit, and he faced his demons and the secret at the in the middle of his life, and that was really hard for him to come back from all that, but he has. And Luke and Dylan have a really honest and open talk, and Luke says how Tracy is the best woman he knows and asks for Dylan's blessing, and Dylan says he'll stand behind whatever Tracy decides and he'll be in her corner, and Tracy says she can't marry Luke. Luke asks to be engaged to her for 30 days as a trial period, and it can go on for as many 30-day periods as she wants until she finally trusts him, and he accepts, and the whole thing's just kind of really sweet. And then they're going to have an engagement party at the Haunted Star, so hopefully that goes well. Nicholas and Rosalie conspire over the phone, and Michael almost catches Nicholas. So who's the reckless one now? He just chewed Rosalie out over that, and now he's the one who almost got caught in the Metro Court talking about Michael when Michael walked in. So Nicholas and Michael talk about Luke, and then I'm like, Michael, you're talking to the enemy. And Michael keeps talking about how he doesn't want interlopers taking over the family business, and I'm like, oh my god, you're talking to the interloper right now, Michael. Right now, this is not a drill. So Rosalie goes to visit Nina, who is immediately suspicious of her, and Rosalie says that she's there on business to buy back the shares on behalf of Michael and ELQ. And Rosalie panics a little when Nina says that her and Franco aren't together anymore, but then she says that she still has the shares, and she at first doesn't let them go and doesn't sell them to Rosalie because they're I'm trying to think of the word, they're meaningful to her, they're sentimental, it's the only connection she has with Franco, but then Rosalie does some master manipulating, but when when it leaves off for us, we're under the impression that Nina didn't sell the shares, so Rosalie goes downstairs and tells Michael that Nina refused to sell the shares, the whole thing her and Nicholas had planned, and Nicholas is right there, and Michael introduces them, and I'm like, haha, Nicholas probably thinks this is part of their charade, and in the meantime, drink every time Michael says interloper, because seriously, you'd be drunk by the end of this episode. But it turns out that Nina did, in fact, take the money, because Olivia barges into the room expecting to throw Nina out, but Nina says, I can pay, and shows her a lot of money in her safe. So the whole thing was a ruse for Michael, and Rosalie hands the shares over to Nicholas. At the boxing place, Kiki sees Michael and Morgan make up and that they shake hands, and Morgan talks about how they called a truce, and Kiki asks how Michael reacted when he told him that he and Kiki were back together, and Morgan's like, oh, he didn't even care, and Kiki seems a little bothered by that, and Kiki tells Morgan how she has plans with Denise, and he's going to come along with her. And now Ava / Denise and Silas. Okay, so basically the whole thing is switched back between the flashback from 2 months ago and their conversation now. So we start out with the flashback from 2 months ago, where it shows that they weren't the lethal injection drugs that Silas injected into her because he's waiting for Ava to wake up. And, hashtag called it, by the way. So Ava wakes up and doesn't know why she's alive, and she's really upset that Silas didn't just let her go because she doesn't want to fight a losing battle. And he says she doesn't have to fight a losing battle anymore because he fought it for her and he won. And Silas tells her that he gave her a bone marrow transplant and the drugs he gave her were just a general anesthetic. So then Ava's like, well, why didn't you tell me that you were doing this? Why didn't you tell me you found a match? Why didn't you tell me? And I was like, I know why. And I called it from the very beginning. And it turns out Avery's the donor. And I'm like, I called it. I called it so much. I called it. You all watched me. Now I look like a devil. But I called it. We called it from day one. Just saying. So it's weird because Denise is acting like she doesn't know any of this information, and why do I look like a devil? I can't figure it out. So I don't know. It's very weird. Like, obviously Denise would have to be Ava, but there, I look less like a devil now. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I think Delia and Ava came up with this ruse to make, so she could come back into Port Charles and claim Avery and, get custody of Avery, and they left Silas out of the loop, and now she's just playing dumb with Silas. That's what I think. That's the only thing I think that makes sense. If you have any theories, please leave them down in the comments, because seriously, any theories welcome. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and please check out that campaign. It would mean so much to me. Got it that time. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye!